very much. So now what is the new Prime Minister of the United Kingdom to do here? Nile Gardiner, the former aide to British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, on that. I guess this is more of an immediate issue for Boris Johnson. What do you think?
It is. I think the Iran issue is going to be the very first issue that the new Prime Minister Boris Johnson has to deal with. Of course, the bigger issue looming in the background is the Brexit issue, but immediately on his desk he's going to have to deal with the Iran situation. And you have a British-flagged vessel that is being detained by Iran. You have 23 sailors who have been held hostage by the Iranians. This is a completely unacceptable situation, and you need to see very firm British action being taken. Unfortunately, Theresa May has been incredibly weak-kneed on this front so far, and the new Prime Minister has to demonstrate some real resolve and leadership. And I would like to see Britain joining with the United States actually in taking clear action here in the defence of the waterways of the Strait of Hormuz. This idea that there's going to be some sort of European coalition guarding the waterways, I think, is sort of pie in the sky right now, because the Europeans are simply lacking the willpower to do anything, nor in most cases do they actually have the military power to do so. And it's time for the United States and the United Kingdom, I think, to work together here to take action against the Iranians. So the new Prime Minister has to demonstrate real leadership, completely break away from Theresa May's failed policies on Iran. Britain needs to get out of the JCPOA-Iran nuclear deal agreement and enforce sanctions against Iran alongside the United States.
But they have to be more than just sanctions, right? I mean, the reason why you work for Maggie Thatcher, and she raised eyebrows and just startled folks around the world were her response to the Falklands and Argentina claiming that those islands were theirs, and she went to war over it. Now, the appetite might have been there because she rallied a nation around the injustice of that and said that it was something that had to be done. Times are different now, aren't they?
Well, I think, the reality is that the Iranian regime, which is a barbaric terrorist dictatorship, has used piracy against Great Britain here. There has been no British response yet, and we need to see more British warships defending shipping there. We need to see the Iranians handing over this British-flagged tanker. It's completely unacceptable. And the next time the Iranians dare to even consider this sort of action, there should be the threat of a British military response against any Iranian vessel that threatens a British ship. The British must be prepared to defend that vessel. We need to have a robust British military presence in the Strait in order to do so. There's only one frigate there right now. There's a destroyer on the way. We need to see more British battleships there. We cannot allow this kind of barbaric intimidation and piracy by the Iranian regime. This simply is unacceptable.
All right, we'll see what Boris Johnson does, but it is going to be his first act one way or the other that will proceed even how to deal with Brexit. Thank you, Nile, very much.